Welcome to episode 2 of Set Me Up. Check out the description below or the submission video if you're interested in setting me up to show off your setups. If you want suggestions for improvement, let me know in the submission email. Otherwise, I'm just going to flash some pictures up on the screen. So, let's begin. Right off the bat, we have Alex. The 13-year-old setup is driven by the i7-4790 processor and the Asus Strix GTX 1070 GPU inside of the NZXT H440 case. All that power is pushing pixels into the 27-inch curved Samsung monitor atop his eBay-acquired desk. On or around said desk, you can find his Corsair Raptor K40 keyboard, Razer Abyssus mouse, Blue Yeti microphone, the Razer Kraken USB headset, and a fish tank. While the fish tank looks nice, having water close to my electronics just makes me nervous. He says the setup is used for gaming and watching my awesome videos, and boy, I look a lot better on his monitor than I do on mine. I also seem to be significantly more successful there. I need to buy one of those. Thanks for entering, and thanks for making me look a hell of a lot better than I really am. Next up is Little J 2797, who rocks a strong black and red Corsair theme. The i5-6600K CPU clocked to 4 GHz and the EVGA GTX 1060 Superclock GPU are huddled in the Corsair Spec M2 case, where he designed a custom power supply shroud with that Corsair sales branding. The PC pushes pixels to his 27-inch Asus monitor, and then he's got his 10-inch Teclast X98 Plus 2 tablet. On or around the most office-looking desk I've ever seen, you'll see his Corsair K65 Keyboard, M65 Mouse, MM800 Polaris Mousepad, HyperX Cloud Stinger headset, Audio-Technica ATH M50X headphones with a snazzy red D brand skin, a set of 5.1 surround sound Logitech speakers, and a number of desk companions including, but not limited to, pens, documents, an Xbox controller or remote for his LEDs, a little Android as well as some other badass figures poking around, and the easy button. Life needs more of these. He did ask for advice, so I'll throw in my personal bits here. Not to be confused with my personal bits. When I first look at the setup, it feels busy. While it looks like you have enough space to do your thing, it still looks a little cramped. My suggestion here would be to pack away anything you don't use almost daily. I see drawers and compartments where you can probably put the remotes, the controllers, maybe the couple of pens and markers depending on how often you gotta whip out that John Hancock. If you move the couple of pens to another spot, depending on how you use your tablet, you can move it up closer to the monitor. If you find yourself looking at it often, you won't need to turn your head as much. And it might even be easier to reach from the keyboard. It might be lazy, but you could also argue efficient. One option is to Velcro the controllers to the underside of your desk so that they're not taking up room, but still within reach. There are Velcro strips with tape on the back so you can slap one strip on the desk and one on the back of the controller. Your ATH M50X headphones can probably fit under the desk off to the side with a wall hook. So moving the headphones off the desk will let you shift over to the right a little, which you may or may not find more comfortable. My last recommendation for the setup is to move your rear speakers, since they are meant for surround sound. I'm not sure what the rest of your room looks like, but if you can grab extension cables and position them behind you, it might be a more immersive experience. I won't lie though, they do look pretty comfortable up there. Regarding your PC, it boasts a red and black theme, which looks pretty neat. When you adjust the LEDs inside the case to any other color, the red inside becomes much less apparent, but the fans in front and what I assume is a fan controller stick out. That being said, I think you could really benefit from either color neutral or RGB fans, unless you usually keep your setup in red and black, in which case, ignore me. But hey, that's just what I think. Your computer is solid, everything has its own spot on the desk, and if that's what makes you comfortable, you do you. Thanks for entering, Little J. Your dangerous combination of Corsair and LEDs had me at hello. The next setup is from Simon, and seeing how clean it was brought a smile to my face. That is, until I saw my face. I'm not too sure if I'll get used to that anytime soon. Anyway, he rocks the i5-6600K CPU paired with the GTX 1070 graphics card, neatly presented in the NZXT S340 case. Bonus points for the cable sleeve. The show has no points, but if it did, you'd have bonus ones. The setup is supported by a custom glass desk, making cable management all the more difficult. But with the glass tinted and some careful routing, he won't be finding himself in a tangle anytime soon. On the desk itself, you'll find his lovely 32-inch Asus monitor angled slightly upwards for ideal ergonomics, the Razer Blackwidow Chroma keyboard, Razer Mamba mouse, and the Razer BlackShark headset, the 9.7-inch iPad Pro, and a Series 2 Apple Watch. His theme is called Black Rainbow, so he can swap those LEDs to fit whatever mood he happens to be in, and that tickles me in all the right ways. All these items are used for gaming, rendering, and computer-aided design, and that's all sorts of awesome. Thanks for entering, Simon. Your glass kicks ass. Text for You Reviews brings his setup to a literal table with a kind of couch bed gaming environment. His display is a 50-inch TV from Orion being driven by his machine rocking the i5-4570 processor, cooled by the NZXT Kraken X61 cooler and the AER RGB fans. The GTX 1070EX from KFA2, 16GB of RAM, two 250GB Toshiba SSDs, a 500GB hard drive, a Hexa 500W power supply from FSP, and the Asus H81 gamer motherboard, all inside the NZXT S340 Elite case. His RGB-themed gaming machine is clean and pristine. He plans on upgrading his rig this weekend to the i5 7600K with the Gigabyte Z270 Ultra Gaming motherboard. Rig updates always give me the shivers. You know, because they're so cool. His peripherals include the Magic Eagle keyboard from Habit, the Decus SL6397 gaming mouse, the Logitech Mousepad, the MCU01C USB microphone, and the Tufel CC200 sound system. Some of these companies could really use a hand when it comes to naming things. And then off to the side, he has a small white table for shooting his own YouTube videos. Thanks for entering, buddy. Keep fighting the good fight. The last entry for today is Raymond with two setups. His main rig inside the Phanteks Enthulux tempered glass case consists of the i7-4790K cooled by the Corsair H110 all-in-one cooler, 16GB of G-Skill RAM, a 512GB Samsung 850 Pro SSD, a 2TB Western Digital drive for extra storage, the Sapphire R9 290X 8GB graphics card, the Reven 4Eyes touch fan controller, a Asus Sabertooth Z87 motherboard, 850W Seasonic power supply with custom cables from CableMod, and the Creative Sound Blaster ZX sound card, which goes to his Sony AV receiver that goes to his Polk satellite speakers, and Yamaha subwoofer. And then we have Yoda, who forced his way into the chassis. The case itself is modded to feature a cigarette lighter and a flashlight, simultaneously hot and lit. And then he's got a 24TB NAS, because why not? The PC pushes pixels to his 58-inch Toshiba TV that he uses as a primary display, and a 24-inch LG he keeps off to the side. On or around the desk, you'll find his Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard with Cherry MX Blue switches, and the Cougar 700M mouse that he's using temporarily until he acquires the Myonix Naos 7000. I'm not sure if that's actually how it's pronounced, but I'm gonna pretend it's similar to Chaos, and Chaos sounds pretty dramatic. We also see a cornucopia of Star Wars figures, a few from Monsters Inc., and a ridiculous amount of real human skulls. They're not real human skulls, but that's pretty hardcore. And then we have Winnie the Pooh for contrast. His sleeper PC is actually pretty cool looking, so I'm not really sure if it can even be called that. But the computer sports an i7-2600K processor, the R9 280 graphics card, 16GB of DDR3 Crucial RAM, the ASRock H77 Pro 4M motherboard, a 256GB Samsung 850 Pro SSD, an 850W Seasonic power supply, black and green extension cables from BitPhoenix, a buttload of green LEDs, and fan grills from MNPC Tech. Thanks for entering, Raymond. Everybody loves you. So that's all the entries I have for this video. If you guys want to set me up for the next Set Me Up, check out the video in the card up here, and don't be shy. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe, share, leave me questions if you've got them. Patreon link is in the description if you want to support these little side projects. Or not, that's cool too. Thanks for watching, my name is Steven, and I am ALittleDIMM. Bye bye. Check out the description video below, or the submission video. Description video below. Damn it, the 13-year-old setup. It's not that hard to say. 10-inch Teclast? Oh, it's a tablet. It's a tablet. I had no idea. I forgot. I was like, who has a 10-inch monitor? My suggestion here would be to pack. Damn it. My suggestion here would be to pack away anything you don't use. Why is that so hard to say? The disappointment that is me. One option is to Velcro the controllers to the underside, not upside. You don't want it on the upside. You want it off the upside. One option is to Velcro the Velcro to the side with a wall hook. 2. Boy, was that awkward. Let you shift over to the right a little. Damn it, why is that so awkward to phrase? So moving the headphones off the desk will let you shift your head. Damn it! This show has no bonus points. But if it did, you'd... Damn it. Text for you review. Text for you. That's not hard to say. Why can't I say it? 2 250GB Toshiba SSDs. Nuts. A Hexa 500W power supply from FSP. I wanted to say FPS so bad. The Decus ST. That's not a T, that's an L. That's 2 terabyte. Yes. So that's all I have. I'm so used to saying so that's all I have to say about that. But that's not what I do this time, so I threw myself at my own curveball. So that's all I have. I did it again!